Hello, I'm Joanne Myers, Director of Public Affairs Programs. As many of you know, the Carnegie Council has been a forum for the discussion of ethical issues in international decision-making. But to continue to bring these wonderful programs to you, we need your help. Please visit carnegiecouncil.org, click on Donate/Join. Thank you for doing so.
I'm going to start with the physical environment in which journalists work internationally in particular. And if you'll forgive me, to introduce a personal reflection, I've been in the profession for almost 40 years, and so I've seen a lot of the evolution. In the 1980s, when I was sent to Central America on assignments from time to time, it was possible to meet with government officials in the morning and rebel leaders on the same day. Some of you understand this, right? Both needed the media in their own ways. And so we could put a sign on our car that said prensa, the press, and roam into a civil war feeling relatively safe. We had T-shirts that said periodista no dispare, don't shoot, journalists don't shoot. And now, so fast forward to 2002, Daniel Pearl of the Wall Street Journal was on his way, he thought, to meet the leader of a militant Islamic organization in Pakistan's largest city, Karachi. 4 weeks later, he was dead, kidnapped, and beheaded in an act the journal rightly called barbaric. He was 38 years old. It was hard to find at that time a journalist of my generation who did not think, how often did I agree to meet someone underground to get an exclusive story? It was a chilling moment and a terrible lesson. Militants no longer need the media to tell their stories. They have the internet. Militants in some movements, not all of them Islamic, also may see the media and humanitarian aid workers as the enemy, part of a cultural world they want to destroy, and often don't want assistance, don't want people to be in contact with outsiders. They don't want the seamless message of their militancy disrupted. Look at television coverage of Libya's revolution in recent months. I was struck by how often I saw fighters in baseball caps, armed with machine guns riding in pickup trucks with virtually no personal protection. You've all seen these pictures. And at the side, a reporter is wearing a flak jacket, protective headgear, and it's just a complete inversion, really, of the reality. The reporter may have been through an extensive and expensive safety and survival training courses and will be wearing hundreds of dollars in protected clothing, maybe thousands of dollars now. In just the last 2 years, just as a sidelight, I've been put through 2 UN security and safety courses, not to cover a war, but just to go to places where there had been one and to report on ordinary people in areas that are under some sort of stress and often extreme poverty or extreme violence. These courses are quite good, by the way. I mean, I learned all kinds of useful things like, you know, how to put up a little tower to make your cell phone work and all that. And what kind of bars you need on your windows. It's a growth industry protecting journalists now abroad, and a lot of information is available. It also applies to business. I think a lot of organizations have training in this kind of thing. The Committee to Protect Journalists has a website with that has a link, as I remember, to a large number of places or institutions or companies or whatever you need to know to find out how to get this kind of training. And you know, also there's now post-traumatic counseling for journalists, which is a relatively new thing. I didn't even know it existed till I was in India when I was with Rajiv Gandhi when he was killed, and when I came back they said, do you need counseling? And I thought, what is this? This is a different world. I just traded that for a couple of months off so I could write a book about India. And the idea was that now there's much more consideration of everybody who's involved in these places, not just troops, but all of the civilian people.